So what we're doing here today and kind of continuing on is these multi-step, or solving multi-step equations. And really all that means is that we're going to be required to do more than one step to solve them. Now, normally we do addition, subtraction first, and then multiplication, division. And our goal is to get the variable, whatever it is, by itself. So here, we're trying to solve for the value of r. We want to get r by itself. Now, there are two things with r. What are they? Well, one of them is, 1.5, and the other is 3, yes? What is going to be easier to move first? 1.5 or 3? 3. Have you ever won, because y'all have not done these before, have you? Somewhat? Because I know you've done it because Kendall's already covered this. I think she covered it today or yesterday. Yesterday. The reason we moved the 3 first, because we could, there's nothing wrong with dividing it by 1.5 first. But we have to divide everything. So it doesn't mean just the 15. It also means the... Did I just make this harder? Because we now have 15 divided by 1.5. 3 is not going to divide by 1.5 evenly. It's going to be an uglier decimal than 1.5. That just made things harder, didn't it? Because now we got more decimals. That is why we normally leave multiplication or division, simplifying, to last. It's last. So yes, we would subtract 3. We're going to move the 3 first by subtracting it. And the reason we subtract it is because the 3 here is positive. Addition, we do the opposite, which is subtraction. 3 minus 3 is 0. So these two cancel out. So the only thing left on the right side is 1.5 r. 15 minus 3 is 12. 15 minus 3 is 12. Any questions on any of this here so far? Is the variable by itself? What's with the variable? 1.5. And how are they together? Is multiplication, division, subtraction, addition? That being what? How are they connected? Multiplied, right? Because if two things are written next to each other, especially with a variable, it's always multiplication. They're being multiplied together. So the only way we can undo multiplication is with division. It's the opposite. So we divide both sides by 1.5. Same page. Well, 1.5 divided by 1.5 simplifies to 1. So we just have r. Plug it in. We can plug in 12 divided by 1.5. And our answer is? And that's it. Now again, we can check it if we want. So our original equation is 15 equals 1.5 r plus 3. So to check, all we're going to do is plug in 8 in for r. Now at this point here, you can type in the calculator 1.5 parentheses 8, close parentheses, plus 3, hit enter. And what should we get? $15, yes? So most of these, as long as you did the steps correct, that will be, both sides will be the same. It's a good way to check and see, did I do it right? Because if you did, it will tell you, yes, it is the right answer. If not, it'll tell you no. Okay? Let's go. Thank you. And that's it. So on a test, when we take the chapter 1 test, if it says check your answer, you better check your answer. That was pretty easy, yes? Plug the number back in, both sides equal. I mean, not the whole thing. I mean, just plugging 8 back in for r. That's not bad, is it? That's 2 points. It's 1 to 2 points just for doing that. You might think I'm kidding. I've had people not do that. That's 3 points. That's 3 points. All you've got to do is check it. Questions on this here? Okay, let's look at another one. Solve negative 12 equals 9x minus 6x plus 15. This one looks a little bit different. We have two x terms on the same side, don't we? Combine like terms. So we're going to combine those like terms. What is 9x minus 6x? Nine x minus 6x, 9. It's 3x, because 9 minus 6 is? So if we have any like terms on the same side, we will combine them. Because both of those had x, we had 9x and 6x, so they combine, they're like terms. Now we can go about solving for x. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get x by itself. So what can we do? We can? We're going to subtract 15 from both sides because we want to get 3x by itself. We want to get 3x by itself. Well, 15 and 15 will cancel out because 15 minus 15 is 0. And all we have on this side is 3x. 12 minus 15. If you have trouble doing those, again, plug them in. Plug them in. There's nothing wrong with plugging them in. So 12 minus 15 is negative 27. Last step would be to by 3 divided by 3 will simplify to 1. Now again, at this point, you can plug this into the calculator. You can plug any of these in. Negative 12 minus 15, plug it in. It'll give you negative 27. And again, you can plug negative 27 over 3 or negative 27 divided by 3. And you'll get what? Negative 9. Any questions on any of this here? This is probably a recap from yesterday. Now again, we can check it, and that's just plugging it back in, and we would get our answer, okay? Any questions on anything we've done so far? We good with this here? All right, let's look at the next one. (5f plus 4f minus 8 equals 19. Do we have any like terms? We do, don't we? Because 5f and 4f, are they like terms? So we can combine them. What is 5f plus 4f? What do we think, Angel? Not Angel. Am I right? Angel? I don't know why I was second guessing myself. So what would that be? 5f plus 4f. It would be 9. We have 9f. Minus 8 equals 19. Because we can combine those two. Cody, what do we do next? So we have two things with f, yes? We have the 9, and that's being multiplied, yes? And then we have the minus 8. So what would be easier to move, the minus 8 or the 9? The 8. It'd be easier to move the 8 because we deal with addition, adding or subtracting something from both sides first. Since the 8 is negative, we do the opposite of negative or subtracting. What's the opposite of subtracting? We add 8 to both sides. Negative 8 plus 8, these two here cancel out, which leaves us with 9f. So on the other side, we're going to do 19 plus 8. Well, 19 plus 8 is 27, yes? Now we would divide by 9. And 27 divided by 9 is? Y'all got 3? Yes. Sweet. Any questions on this here? We good with everything so far? Yes. Yes. We good? So we got this 1, 2, 3. I want y'all to try this one here on your own. Give this one a try, and then we'll come back together as a whole and work it out. So when we work this out, we got n is equal to -3. Would y'all all agree with that? Yes? We agree, Callista? Yes? We're following along? Following along with this here? Okay. So looking at this one here is a little bit different. So we'll do this one together, and then I will let you work on the assignments. Okay? Because even if you are behind an assignment, I would pay attention to what we're saying during the class, because otherwise, even though you might catch up on that one, you're going to be behind on this one. Make sense? Now, what's the first thing we're going to do to get C by itself? We would need to move the -11, yes? So we would do what? We would add 11 to both sides. -11 plus 11, these here would cancel. Yes. So we have 1/2 C on one side. On the other, -21 plus 11 gives us -10. What can we do next to get C by itself? By 1/2. We can divide both sides by 1/2. Now, luckily for us, the calculators will do that for us. We could do -10 over 1/2 or -10 divided by 1/2 and hit enter. Should be -20. Huh? Because when we divide by, because we do -10 divided by 1/2, but we don't really do division of fractions. We change it from division to multiplication and flip it. Change and flip, which would give us -20. But that's not that big of an issue. Did it come out correctly this time? Yeah. It's easy. That's common mistake. It happens all the time. So we good with this here? Yes? Yes. I'm not trying to pick on you. So I'm going to give you the rest of the time today to work on the assignment. And what we're going to do tomorrow